Some women don't chase, and yet they're never forgotten. They don't raise their voice. They don't beg to be seen. They simply leave, and when they do, something inside him collapses. Not because she was loud, but because her silence echoed something ancient, something buried inside his shadow. The part of him that still aches for the feminine he cannot possess, nor command, nor destroy. She is not like the others. She doesn't perform softness. She is softness, woven with steel. She moves through the world like a myth, and yet he doesn't understand why his chest tightens when she looks away. Why does he follow her long after his body stayed behind? To the unaware man, she is a contradiction, warm but untouchable, available yet bounded, empathic but never collapsing into him. In his unconscious world, shaped by wounds he never named, women were either mothers to soothe him, or mirrors to reflect back illusion of his power. But she is neither. She does not soothe what he refuses to heal, and she does not reflect a fantasy, only truth. And truth, when uninvited, feels like betrayal. He senses her depth before she ever speaks. The way she doesn't lean in when he pulls away. The way her absence feels louder than other women's affection. He tests her, unconsciously, like a child poking at fire, not knowing it burns. He withdraws, waiting for her to chase. She doesn't. He flirts with others, hoping to trigger her need. She sees, and still chooses silence. She is not punishing. She is watching. And in that watching, he feels something unfamiliar. The confrontation of his projection. She is not his mother, not the woman who softened every edge and forgave every blow. Nor is she his fantasy. She does not contort to fit his rhythm. She is the archetype of the unclaimed feminine, the woman who carries her soul in her own hands. She exposes the boy inside the man, the part of him who still fears abandonment, who still clings for control, masked in stoicism, pride, or detachment. But to her, none of it is mysterious. She sees beyond behavior, beyond words. Because she's done her homework. She's met the hungry parts of herself, the urge to please, to perform, to be chosen, and buried them. She no longer needs to be needed, and that is what makes her magnetic. His games begin to lose power. The masks no longer work. His dominance feels childish next to her stillness. In her presence, he is not admired, he is seen. And being seen without a disguise is terrifying for a man who built his identity on performance. He doesn't know whether to run or stay, to chase her or punish her. He starts to confuse his desire with rage, because he cannot make her feel small. He cannot use her to escape himself. And deep down, he knows, she's not his to possess. She's his mirror, and mirrors don't lie. You've felt this before, haven't you? That pull to overgive, that ache to explain yourself, that tightness in your chest, hoping he'll just see you, just choose you. But you don't belong in that desperation anymore. You've tasted your silence. You've danced with your own shadow. You've sat in rooms with your own unmet needs and refused to beg. That ache inside your chest, it wasn't longing. It was the final death of your old self, the one who believed you had to earn love. Now you remember. You are not here to be understood by the unconscious. You are here to remain whole, even when they leave. She, the woman who walks away, is not cold. She's simply no longer at war with herself. She no longer bleeds to prove her worth. She no longer bends to be safe. She has looked desire in the eye and said, "You may burn, but you will not break me." And he, the man still ruled by his anima, does not yet know what to do with a woman who no longer needs saving, nor dominating. She is not here to regulate his nervous system. She is not here to soothe his fragile ego. She is here to be. And in that being, she invites him into a higher manhood, but tout only if he dares to meet himself first. She became unforgettable the moment she chose herself, not because she was cruel, but because she was whole. He may never say it, but he feels it in every woman who cannot compare, in every quiet night when the noise fades and only truth remains. He'll remember the way she looked at him, not with need, but with knowing. And he'll realize, too late, that her absence carved out the space where his soul might have grown. But she will not wait. Because the woman who has met herself does not pause her evolution for the comfort of another's delay. She moves forward, not because she stopped feeling, but because she finally believed she deserved to. Some women don't chase because they've already found what they were looking for inside themselves, and the men who couldn't hold them, they were only ever